Apart from what drifts with the flow, there exists a world filled with prehistoric tales.
Oh, hell no. That's crazy.
Whether it's the ancient remains of leviathans that once roamed the earth, or creepy creatures long buried, waiting to be unearthed.
Holy crap.
These discoveries will take you to another world. Let's watch. Mysteries of ancient times can show up in surprising ways. A researcher spotted a strange, segmented, bone-like object on the ocean bed. It poked out of the ground and looked like a giant spine. As they tried to get a piece with a grabber tool, the earth suddenly burst. Dust filled the air around them, likely because of decay. These strange remains might belong to a legendary dragon. The amazing find could be carefully taken to a special place for study. Each piece holds clues about when dragons might have roamed the earth. Buried wonders. In southwest China, fossils from the Jurassic period were uncovered, dating back over 180 million years. One fossil, named Lufengosaurus magnus by paleontologists, measured about 5.3 meters with many vertebrae and hind legs. The dinosaur was believed to have been around 9 meters long when alive. About 70% of this fossil remained intact, buried in layers from the early Jurassic period, making it a rare find. Even though some parts were missing, this fossil offers information about ancient geography, climate, and how dinosaurs lived. Another fossil, Lufengosaurus who, was discovered 500 meters away by road workers who altered the route of the road to protect the site. Time capsule. Slabs fell as a mining scoop hit something unexpected, an ancient, well-preserved fossil. Paleontologists quickly arrived, excited to see this rare find. They were amazed to discover a treasure that had been buried for 112 million years. They wrapped the fossil in plaster, hoping to lift it out safely. But as the crane moved, there was a loud crack, signaling a break. They didn't give up. The fossil pieces went to the Royal Tyrrell Museum. After 6 years of hard work, everyone was amazed by the discovery of the world's best-preserved dinosaur, a nodosaur named Borealopelta, or Shield of the North. This plant eater measured 18 feet long and weighed around 3,000 pounds. It offered a rare glimpse into its ancient diet.
It's an exceptional fossil, and the evidence that's preserved with it, that could allow us to answer all sorts of questions about what
ancient treasures.
Although Colombian mammoth finds in the Gulf of Mexico are not highly unusual, finding a tusk or even two definitely.
Get ready for an incredible discovery that feels like stepping back in time. A diver in Florida recently uncovered strange bony shapes on the ocean floor. 2 massive pieces had been hidden for many years. Carefully, the diver lifted these items, treating them like precious treasures. What he had discovered were the remains of giant Colombian mammoth tusks. Excited by his find, he gently transported them to a research center. To preserve them, he used special adhesives. Now, these remarkable artifacts are safely stored, waiting to share their ancient stories with curious students eager to learn about such discoveries. Lost Giant. Get ready for a surprise that'll leave you stunned. In the rushing river, an aquaculturist saw a massive creature moving through the water. Its long, coiled body looked like a snake. The creature rose to the surface for a moment, revealing its name, Titanoboa, a giant serpent believed to have disappeared long ago. Known for its huge size, this ancient serpent seemed out of place in these waters, yet there it was, gliding powerfully. Mystical unearthing.
Maybe it looks a little bit too authentic, if you know what I mean.
Deep in a hidden desert, an archaeologist's brush swept away years of dirt. Suddenly, a large skull emerged from the earth. As they worked, something unexpected appeared. A long, spiral horn. Had they found a unicorn skull? It looked so real. Everyone was amazed. Word spread quickly, and soon people all over were talking about it. Some folks were sure it was proof that unicorns once roamed the earth. If you guys think this discovery to be a hoax, check another one. This time not a skull, but a whole mummified unicorn was discovered. This discovery shook up other archaeologists who thought they knew about myths and reality. Was this a new chapter in history?
Unidentified remains.
Arctic secrets.
Bones just didn't wash up on shore. They've all been brought here, deliberately arranged, and planted into the ground.
In the lands of Siberia, these remains didn't just wash up on the shore, they were buried in the ground on purpose. These mysterious bones were known to be whale bones. But why use whale bones? In a place where wood is hard to find, local people often use animal bones for building. Finding so many was unusual. Experts believe that whale hunting had been happening in the Arctic for many years, aided by bigger umiak boats and stronger harpoons. One whale, weighing up to 220,000 pounds, could feed many people. Tests showed these remains dated back to the 1600s, when Russian explorers met the local people for the first time.
These could be the bones of beached whales, but to find this many seems unlikely.
Ancient remains.
Oh my god. That's really nice. Look at that.
The ocean held secrets from long ago. A scuba diver in Florida was exploring the depths when he noticed an unusual thing buried underwater. He swam closer and found a huge tooth, 25 pounds in weight. The diver carefully lifted it from its resting place, and later it was confirmed to be from a mastodon, a giant elephant-like animal that lived thousands of years ago. Holding it, he realized that the ocean still held traces of Earth's ancient giants. Underwater treasure. An ocean researcher dove deep into the water and spotted a dark, shiny object in the sand. After brushing away the dirt, he gasped when he uncovered a huge megalodon tooth, shaped like a black heart. In another deep dive, an explorer also found a giant tooth, bigger than his palm. Both discoveries took them back to a time when giant sharks swam the oceans, giving a glimpse into a long-lost underwater world. Cave secrets.
A skull?
Yeah.
Look at that. Looks perfect.
In the flooded caves of Madagascar, a researcher looked for the remains of a lost creature. After hours of searching, she finally found a perfect skull. It belonged to the extinct horned crocodile. This unique species was thought to have disappeared around 2,000 years ago, when humans arrived. With luck, she hoped to extract DNA from the skull, unlocking secrets of crocodile history. It might be possible to learn more about the behavior of this ancient reptile, and even its environment. This could lead to breakthroughs in understanding their evolutionary path and their connection to modern species.
The extinct horned crocodile of Madagascar.
Stacked secrets. A farmer digging near the river's edge was shocked to find a stack of turtles underground. At first, he thought they might have been buried by someone, or maybe they were hibernating. But later, a zoologist explained these creatures were in a state called brumation. During this time, they found safe, quiet spots, like underground burrows or mud. Usually, they hibernated alone, but in the right areas, they sometimes gathered closely together. It was fascinating to see them together when the conditions were just right. Sadly, some people started burying them and then digging them up during brumation. This not only interrupted their rest, but could also be bad for these creatures. It's important to respect their space for their survival in the wild. Strange find.
It's a bear! It is definitely a bear skull! Holy man!
Look over here! A strange bony head stuck out of the muddy ground, catching the researcher's eye. He thought, that's not a bear skull. It might be a primate skull. Maybe it's a Sasquatch skull.
Cow, dude. That is not a bear.
Carefully, he wrapped up the unusual skull and gently placed it in his bag. Later, the weight of his discovery pressed down on him. He assumed he had found a Bigfoot skull, Thoughts raced among the other researchers' minds about what this strange skull might reveal about the mysterious creature of the forest.
I mean, yeah, that's a skull, right?
Creepy encounter. On a peaceful morning, the quiet village near the river woke up to an unusual discovery. Something strange had washed up on a big rock by the water's edge. Its body was partly decomposed, making it hard to recognize what it was. The villagers had never seen anything like it before. It had super long legs and a creepy look that made everyone wonder where it came from. Word spread quickly, and soon more people came to see. They all stood around the rock, staring with wide eyes at the mysterious figure. Finally, they called scientists, who took samples to find out what this strange carcass might have been. Lost creatures.
Holy crap.
An aquaculturist swam deeper and he spotted a black skull that looked like a cow. With its huge horns, the skull seemed strange and old. As he got closer, he carefully lifted it and felt a strong connection to when bison roamed freely. But this find made him worried. Bison aren't extinct, but they face big problems. Modern farming and a loss of genetic diversity threaten their survival. The skull was more than just an old bone. It was a warning about the future of these amazing animals.
Holy smokes. Good job, Joe.
River discovery. Can you guess seeing something from a monster movie in real life? That's what happened to a hiker during a walk in the woods. Out of nowhere, he spotted a massive, black creature. Nothing like anything he'd ever seen before. It was strange, almost like a giant blob of jelly, with no face but long, wiggling tentacles, where eyes and a mouth should be. The creature slowly crawled out of the water, making it even more bizarre. The hiker managed to capture proof of the bizarre encounter and shared it with forest officials. What could it have been? Scary haunted.
Olha se não dá medo, meus amigos. Que sinistro isso aqui, ó.
An explorer walked along the edge of dirty water. Scary green eyes glowed in the dark. Suddenly, he pulled out a black skull. It felt heavy in his hands, as if it held stories from long ago, hidden in darkness. Looking closely at the skull, he tried to guess what it could be. It looked like a human skull, but older and strange. Could it be the prehistoric remains of our ancestors emerging to rewrite the story? He wondered what secrets this old, dark skull might hold from a world that no longer exists.
Olha isso aí. Parece crânio humano.
Fading echoes.
Oh my god! Wow!
Terrifying sights appeared near the shore. An explorer caught a strange creature on his camera. It floated in the water, its mouth wide open and sharp teeth showing. As he got closer, it became clear. It was the decomposing carcass of an orca. The once great creature drifted silently, looking like a ghost of the ocean. This fish possibly revealed signs of stress and malnutrition, indicating the impact of overfishing in the region. Unseen being. Walking across the road in Panama, locals spotted a bizarre creature lying still on the ground. At first, it was hard to tell what it was. As they got closer, its wide-open jaws revealed oddly shaped teeth resembling those of a monkey. The body was twisted strangely, with a face like a pit bull, a bipedal humanoid body, and claws instead of feet. The creature looked like a mixture of different species. It was unlike anything ever seen before. Scared, they ran away, leaving the identity of the unknown creature a mystery forever. Glowing creeper.
Whoa! Holy crap!
While feeding the fish by offering them a mouthful of yummy treats, a man accidentally captured an underwater beast. Lurking under the bridge was a dark creature with glowing eyes, keeping a close watch on him. The man assumed it was a reptile and offered it a fish, but the creature continued to stare at him, as if it wanted something else. Scared by the eerie sight, the man left and decided never to return. forgotten hopes. While scuba diving, an adventurer found a strange bottle lying on the ocean floor. Curious, he picked it up and discovered strange items inside that hinted at black magic. Among them was a small knife wrapped with a thin, frayed string. He carefully unwrapped it and found a faded piece of paper inside. The words were hard to read and made him feel uneasy. As he rinsed the note in salt water, shadows seemed to whisper secrets of witchcraft and dark wishes. Worried these items could threaten marine life, he decided to inform the authorities to remove all such stuff from the bottoms of our water bodies.
A jar with a name on it and it said die. I mean, I guess.
Aqua Wonder. Get ready for an incredible river surprise that will make your eyes pop. A cameraman was out filming the beautiful waves when something strange caught his eye. At first, it looked like a weird bird with a super long neck popping out of the water. Its neck moved up and down, kind of like a lightning bolt dancing on the ocean. As the cameraman zoomed in with his camera saw, it wasn't an ordinary bird at all. It was the juvenile Loch Ness Monster. This creature from the deep is often believed to be a surviving plesiosaur. Awakening secrets.
There's another one there. Look at what is that?
A creature lay hidden beneath the soil, with only its hands sticking out like dry sticks, making it seem caught between life and rest. The tourist gently touched it, and to everyone's surprise, the animal suddenly came to life. It might have been sleeping, but it stood up as if waking up from a long nap. He looked closely at it and realized this unusual creature was an Indian armadillo. This amazing moment reminded everyone how special animals are and why it's important to protect them so they can thrive in nature for many years.
Where the hell did you find that thing?
Aquatic Magic.
Hey! Whoa! Shit.
While boating on a river, a man noticed something strange lurking. From a distance, it looked like a dragon. Curiosity filled him, and he wanted to know more. To his surprise, the creature swam away quickly without giving any further hint. He posted this video online claiming he discovered a river monster. Netizens got excited over this incredible discovery. However, before the video could get more attention, experts jumped in, claiming this might be a caiman, as it was impossible for any giant beast to survive in this water body. Nature's Hunter. A photographer was filming near a lake when a moving shadow caught his eye. A scary, small head popped up. It swam closer to the shore, catching a fish with its mouth and slowly moving back underwater. It seemed hungry and had come out of the water searching for food. It was not just any creature, it was a snapping turtle. This moment showed the photographer the tough side of nature while hunting for food. The snapping turtle made sure it would have something to eat. Floating clue.
It was bigger than my 7-year-old, who's not a small kid. I was like, that's nothing I've seen before. It was kind of white with a little pinkish tail.
In Cape Coral's JC Park, a biologist was walking along the Caloosahatchee River when she found a giant, lifeless fish floating in the water. Curious, she moved closer, amazed by its size and shape. After taking a picture, she quickly recognized it as a rare freshwater cod. But then a thought struck her. How could a fish that belongs to the Amazon River end up in the Caloosahatchee River, located in the US? It seemed impossible. The discovery left her stunned, raising questions that she couldn't easily answer.
And didn't look like anything I'd heard of or seen before, so...
Hanging terror. While collecting some shells near a river's edge, a man came across the strangest sight. Hanging from a tree branch was a dark, creepy creature, gripping the branches tightly to withstand the fast-flowing river. At first, the man thought it might be an ancient legendary monster preparing to emerge from the water. But as he moved closer to get a better look, he realized they were the remains of an animal, most likely a buck with large, pointy antlers. It seemed the creature had drowned in the swift current, and its body had become entangled in the branches. only to be discovered by curious explorers. Unearthed legends.
So we're going to start off really big. How's that sound? Here's the biggest thing I've got.
The search for giants took an exciting turn in Turkey. While exploring a village thought to be near Noah's home, a research team found a grave believed to belong to Noah's wife. What they discovered was amazing. A massive toe bone from a person estimated to be 18 feet tall. This remarkable bone, once broken and healed, hinted at the existence of giant beings. But that wasn't all. Among the findings was a human finger showing signs of arthritis, sparking the curiosity of researchers.
Here have been identified by a radiologist.
Ecosystem threat. Seram Island in Indonesia's Maluku province witnessed a shocking sight. A massive carcass washed ashore. This enormous creature lay lifeless and decomposing. The water turned dark red, possibly creating a terrible smell. Experts studied the remains, trying to figure out where it came from. They wondered if it was a giant mammoth or an unknown animal from the deep ocean. The decomposing entity could threaten the nearby sea life. So, after collecting samples from it, the carcass was buried underground. Lost path.
70, 80 meters. Wow.
Explorers entered a flooded area, using a camera to see through the murky water. It was dark, and controlling the camera was tough. It kept spinning, stirring up mud and making it hard to see. Suddenly, they noticed something. It looked like stairs. An old underwater staircase leads deeper into the darkness. Could this be a path to Atlantis? The underwater world became harder to see as they moved forward, but the thrill kept them going. This is something special! Hope we get to know the secret soon!
It's going to be harder. It's going to be easy going up, I think, because the angle.
Wild discovery.
A strange find in northern part of Panama City startled one small community.
In Panama, zoologists were shocked by a strange sight. A creature that looked almost alien. With no fur and an odd-looking nose, the unknown life form left everyone scratching their heads. Its long arms and claws only added to the mystery, resembling something from outer space. Some people began claiming it was the result of a failed scientific experiment. However, scientists debunked these theories, explaining that the creature was a sloth suffering from a skin disease. Despite these explanations, a few still believe the creature was an alien. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on this bizarre discovery. Nature's Riddle. In the jungle, a mysterious incident occurred when giant remains appeared as if a flood had washed them in. Huge skeletons lay scattered on the muddy ground, looking almost unreal, like they had come from a distant place. Large rib cages and long limbs hinted at the creature's massive size, leaving everyone amazed by its origin. Scientists arrived quickly, believing a natural disaster had brought the remains. Some speculated the skeleton could belong to an ancient dragon. This discovery sparked wild questions. Could dragons still exist today? What if they were hiding deep in the jungle? As theories spread, people wondered how environmental changes might affect marine life, and whether these legendary creatures once ruled the waters, waiting to be found again. Past uncovered. Think about digging in the ground and finding something amazing from long ago. That's what happened to a group of paleontologists one day. After searching, they uncovered a strange object believed to be around 5,000 years old. At first, they thought it might be an old fish fossil, but when they looked closer, they got a big surprise. The fossil wasn't just any fish, it belonged to a whale. This whale used to swim in a lake that doesn't exist anymore. The fossil clearly showed the whale's body shape, with big rib bones still there. It was like finding a storybook from the past, showing what the world was like thousands of years ago. Unique species. Have you ever seen a fish with a human face? Well, that's exactly what one lucky fisherman spotted in a river. As he looked into the water, an odd creature caught her eye. At first, he thought it was just another fish, but as it swam closer, he let out a surprised breath. It had big eyes that seemed to be wearing goggles and bunny-like teeth. The fisherman couldn't believe what he was seeing. He had discovered a face fish, a rare and strange-looking fish that not many people get to see. Well, he was a lucky man. Ocean Whisper. The waves revealed a strange sight, an unexpected visitor from the deep. An explorer spotted a bizarre creature near the rocky shore. Its uneven shape shifted slightly, almost as if it were waving in the air. This lopsided being felt weightless, floating gently in the water before it ended up in the explorer's hand as he held it by the neck. This unusual creature looked humanoid, with scary white eyes that seemed to stare into the soul. The explorer couldn't help but wonder, was this a newly discovered species, or a marine life deformity? Speculations ran wild, one knew, if it had come for a specific reason, or if someone had abandoned it there. Strange encounter. An adventurer walked through a thick forest when he saw a strange thing. Curious, he moved closer and poked at the odd creature with a tree branch. It felt cold and strange, its body a dull gray color. As he looked more closely, he realized something shocking. It was the carcass of an alien. It might have fallen from the sky, leaving behind a story that no one knew. The sight made him uneasy and sparked thoughts of worlds beyond Earth and the tales the stars could tell. Maybe the universe shared secrets in the quiet, hoping someone would listen. Depths Stories. An American tourist threw a magnetic line into the river, hoping to catch something interesting. Suddenly, the line pulled hard, and he struggled to reel it in. As the shape slowly appeared from the water, it grew bigger and stranger. Nearby soldiers noticed and rushed over to help him. As they finally dragged it out, covered in mud and grime, they uncovered an old army tank, rusted and battered, like it had been forgotten for decades. It felt like a ghost from an old war, possibly World War II. Now, this ancient tank rests in a museum with many stories to share with its visitors. Seaside Adventure. Out on the open sea, a fisherman's ordinary day turned into a magical adventure. While fishing, he noticed something unusual surfacing. It looked odd, almost like a fish, but felt different. To his surprise, a beautiful mermaid appeared. She glided gracefully through the water, just like in the old tales. But before he could manage to catch it on his net, the legendary lady vanished underwater. From that day forward, he would always keep an eye out for more underwater wonders. Tidal Enigma. A strange orange shape was spotted moving through the river by a local. It didn't fully reveal itself, keeping most of its body hidden beneath the water. The locals couldn't tell what it was, but its slow, deliberate movement sent shivers down their spines. Some whispered it could be the Loch Ness Monster, while others believed it might be the mysterious tidal Enigma beast, known to appear in rivers before disappearing without a trace. The creature remained a mystery. Beach legend. A few years back in California, a giant creature appeared on the beach. People started shouting in surprise. Word spread fast about the strange visitor. Soon, a local news team arrived with big cameras. They filmed the amazing beast as it lay on the shore. Everyone wondered where it came from and how it got there. According to some, it could be the guardian of the waters, hidden for centuries, only now showing itself. As the day went on, marine scientists came to study the creature and move it to some unknown location. After that, no information has been shared. Floating mystery.
Whoa, it's moving so weird, Tessa.
It's not always about mermaids and unknown carcasses. Sometimes water bodies have a lot more to offer. This man was boating on a Brazilian river when he noticed some strange objects floating nearby. Curious, he started filming. Upon zooming in, he realized they were anything but a huge animal or carcass. Netizens got excited, assuming it to be another prehistoric discovery. But before further theories could speculate, experts jumped in, explaining that while these were indeed prehistoric, they were just lower tree trunks that were once rooted in the riverbank. The recent flooding might have brought them to this spot.
Look, look, look.
River Enchantment. Locals near Rio Cobre River reported sightings of strange creatures lurking in water. Wondering if the stories of mermaids were real, a fisherman decided to visit the riverbank. Suddenly, a head appeared above the water, but soon it was gone under the water, leaving only ripples behind. The river became calm again. Was it a simple illusion, or was there a real mermaid beneath the surface? Well, the reality was still hidden, but the video of the fisherman allowed netizens to speculate more about the mermaid idea.
Hey, Jesus Christ! I wish you God! Jesus!
Hidden Force. In the jungle, a strange stream grabbed the attention of geologists. Curious, they picked up a large stone and tossed it into the water. The splash was enormous, but then something odd happened. The stone vanished as if the stream had swallowed it whole. The water rippled, yet there was no sign of the stone. It was almost as if an unseen force from another dimension had pulled it in, or maybe a hidden portal, like the invisible door in the Harry Potter movies, had opened beneath the surface. The geologists stood frozen, unsure of what they had just witnessed. Ancient Horde. Gadwal, India sparked excitement with the discovery of an ancient treasure. A worker stumbled upon a large, strange pot buried deep in the muddy ground. When they pulled it out, it revealed treasures believed to be from the Gupta period. The pot might hold gold coins, stunning jewelry, and artifacts that carry stories from centuries ago. The discovery quickly attracted archaeologists and treasure hunters from around the world, eager to explore its contents. This ancient find could offer valuable insights into the rich culture and history of ancient India. Treasure Unearthed. Have you ever dreamed of finding buried treasure? Well, for a group of teenage miners in Ghana, that dream came true in a big way. These young explorers were checking out an old mine, probably not expecting much, but suddenly, something caught their eye. It was shiny and huge. This was the biggest one ever discovered in Ghana's history. The nugget was so heavy that the teenagers had to work together as a team to move it. It was like trying to lift a big rock made of pure gold. Who knows? Maybe the next big gold nugget is just waiting to be found by another group of adventurous explorers. It's time for today's open discussion. History just got a lot bigger. A remarkable discovery shook the world of paleontology. In the UK, a team unearthed the skeleton of a marine dinosaur, its skull weighing over a ton. This stood as the largest and most complete fossil of its kind found. These reptiles resembled dolphins and sharks. They could grow up to 25 meters long. This is why they were called sea dragons. The fossil was found at Rutland Water Reservoir in February 2021 during maintenance work. It revealed secrets from a time when these creatures swam in the seas above. Dating back 90 million years, this find became a career highlight for the researchers, who were eager to learn more about these ancient giants.